Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Okay, good team here to talk about. The Houston Rockets finished 500 last year, 41-41. What was your favorite move that the Houston Rockets made?
He's looked good, and I think he probably could have been a number one pick. Reed Shepard,
Yep, that's what I have.
he, you know, he can shoot the stuff out of the ball, and
Yeah.
it's what it's what's needed in the NBA. He is on the smaller side, but he's one of those Kentucky guys that you get stuck in that Kentucky system, and you don't get to show all of your skill set. But I think that was, I think they hit that pick if you had to ask me right now.
Yep, correct. I agree with you. That was my favorite. 52% from three in college. So just to go with what you were saying is that he can he can shoot the lights out of the ball. I think, eventually his goal is to eventually replace Fred VanVleet, right? So, again, kind of doing a little bit, not to the same extent, but like what Minnesota's doing with Dillingham there. So I do like the pick. Least favorite move.
So there wasn't like one specific move. I just wrote down they have a whole lot of guys and not all of them can play. Like
Yeah.
they didn't condense things, and maybe you shouldn't, but they don't seem like a team that wants to be in the lottery, and I don't think they're a contender yet. You're kind of stuck in the middle, and you just have all these balls up in the air juggling, and they kind of haven't pick or choose or made that big move.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit more about that because obviously there's other ways the team can improve as well. But I put AJ Griffin retiring. That's what I they traded for him. I kind of always liked him. He was 6'8". He had a pure shot. He had knee problems, right? I think coming out of college or his knee was injured. And I'm just like, I really want to see this guy if he could develop. I think that'd be kind of cool. And he gets traded to the Rockets for a second round pick. I'm like, man, that's a steal. And then he retires. No fault of the Rockets, obviously. You didn't probably see that coming, but I did put that as my least favorite move because it's a bummer that they traded for him and then he's like gone. But it does go to, I think, your point though. Where would he have fit in anyway? Like with a lot of things. But yeah, anyway, least favorite move was him retiring.
I mean, I could also just put they still have Dylan Brooks.
Ooh, although Dylan Brooks hasn't been bad for them, but yeah, I do agree with that. Okay, biggest question for them.
I think they got to figure out what Alpert Şengün is.
Yeah, good point.
Can he play when he's not the focal point? Like when he went down last year, they played good. And not that I don't think he's a good player, but I think we talked about it last year. He's like a very specific player, a specific skill set, like a Josh Giddey.
Sure. Yep.
Um, he needs the ball, and he needs to kind of run the offense like Jokic would, not to the same level, obviously, but that's hard to do when you also have all these other guys on this team that have skills and can do other things. So I think they need to figure out if he's the center or the guy they want to keep and build around, or trade him while he has value before you have to like semi bench bench him in big moments to make your team look better.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. I like that one a lot because he kind of was a Jokic light, right? So he needs the ball in his hands, but that might not fit into everybody else's best interest either. I so there's obviously another way they can improve. So you're right. I wonder if this is like a big swing team, right? Because of all the young players they have. I mean, they got Jalen Green, they got Thompson, Shepard. We talked about Eason still on the team. Whitmore is still on the team. Tate is still on the team. I mean, they just Jabari Smith is young, so like they just have a lot of young guys, and so they can make a big swing pairing a couple of those young guys and picks together to get something, right? So that's one question, but the other way they can get better is if one of these guys take a jump, right? Like if Jabari Smith takes a jump or Jalen Green takes another jump, if Amin Thompson takes a jump or Easton or Whitmore takes a jump. So that's another question I have is which one of these players have to. Which one is more likely to, right? Like, what are these players going to make a jump? And if so, which one will make the big leap?
Yeah, it's definitely what needs to happen. It's just it makes it hard when you have so many. It sounds counterproductive because you go through their roster and you're like, he should play, he should play, he should play,
Right.
and then you're like Jabari Smith, who I really liked in that draft, but can he really make a jump if Alpert Şengün's playing a lot? Jalen Green, like I think they're gonna have to. Did they just pay him? What is he going to keep improving? And does he keep down? Like, all right, what happens with Reed Shepard? What are you going to do with Fred VanVleet? Like he's the oldest of the two. Like some of these guys like block each other, and it's hard to get a full read on it. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but it's hard to fully see how someone's going to break out with all these guys having to get minutes.
Yeah, really what you got to do is take like Van Vliet and like two of the young guys and then just get one guy. So take three guys and consolidate him into one. It'll open up time for a couple more of your players. But yeah, the question is who though too, right? Like, so, and yeah, interesting problem to have, but we'll see. I do like Udoka, right? Yeah, Udoka, the head coach. He's a good coach, so he'll figure it out, I'm sure. Prediction?
I put them in the play-in just because I do think Udoka's a good coach, and if someone doesn't want to play team ball, they won't play. So I like his systems, so I think they'll hang around the play-in.
Yeah, I agree with you. I have play-in as well. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.